Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. First and foremost, Happy New Year's everyone. I hope that you had a fantastic Christmas and I hope that you had a fantastic New Year's Eve celebration. I'm doing my what I got for Christmas video. So you guys already seen that before I uploaded my video treating myself for Christmas. That was the bag that I picked out for myself for Christmas that I treated to myself. But this time around I do have some presents that I got this Christmas and a couple other things that I picked up myself. So without further ado, before I dive into today's video, if you are new to my channel and you love all things luxury, if you love handbags, you love fashion, all that jazz, and you aren't already subscribed to my channel, then I would love if you would hit that subscribe button below and also the bell so you can be notified when I upload new videos. I think what I'm gonna do the Louis Vuitton first. You know what, actually, full kind of like disclosure. I hesitated to kind of film this video. So I'm filming this video after Christmas, after New Year's, obviously, duh. I hesitated because there's an item here that like I chose and my hubby helped to put money towards, because we pretty much, every Christmas he's like, what do you want for Christmas? Last year he really surprised me and blew me out of the park, but this year he's like, what do you want for Christmas? We've just moved house, I don't know what to surprise you with. Is there anything you wanted? And there was a particular bag that I wanted, and so he chipped in towards that. However, he obviously knows the situation, and I've explained to him, how I'm kind of feeling now that we've picked out that bag. And I kind of ummed and ahed about whether or not I was going to do, reveal that bag and whatnot. But I don't want to be like a Debbie Downer and reveal something that I'm not sure that I'm going to keep and have a negative spin on it. So I'm going to leave that part to it to the end of the video. And if you just want to see all the stuff that I got for Christmas and things that I'm excited to have and thrilled about, I'm going to put all of that at the beginning, and we're going to unbox all of that first. And then we'll leave the biggest unboxing and my story time until the very end of the video. I'll start off with some Chanel Beauty. I got a gift card for Christmas and I just went and got some Chanel Beauty items. I kind of feel like when I get gift cards for department stores like Myer and David Jones, when I get gift cards for department stores like David Jones and Myer, that's our department stores in Australia, that's our major ones, I just never know what to buy. So I just usually revert to makeup and skincare items. So that's what I did. I picked up some items from Chanel Beauty and pretty much just kind of same sort of things that I typically get. Alright, so this was the packaging this year, and obviously you've seen that was the gift box. Chanel always does fantastic packaging. For Christmas, they do a great job. So does Dior as well. So I picked out some nail polish. I love the Chanel nail polish. It lasts a long time on my nails. However, the only ones that I find don't last very long is the kind of metallic-y ones. I find that they're a bit, they only last maybe a week at the very most. But otherwise, they're normal ones. They usually last a very long time. This is in the color Energy, which is a beautiful kind of fuchsia sort of pink. This is the Chance Chanel Tendre mist. So this is actually a body mist. It's a moisturizing body mist apparently. And I just thought, I didn't really want to get a perfume. So I opted for this one, and hopefully it does a good job. I thought, body mist, hydrating can be good, and then it's also got a scent to it as well. Give it a shake. Oh yeah, it's got a subtle scent to it, and then obviously it's completely sheer on the skin, so it's just a moisturizing sort of mist, but it's got a nice scent. It's it's got the actual scent to the perfume. So, but this is much cheaper. This was only, I think it was $60 or something. It was really it was really cheap in comparison to actually buying the perfume. Is from Louis Vuitton. I actually got this from my personal shopper and my friend that is based in Italy. So I got this for a very good deal. Obviously I got them as a treat myself for Christmas sort of thing, but now that I'm in Queensland, I pretty much never wear closed shoes. I always wear sandals so my feet can breathe, because it is humid, humid. almost all the time, not always, but a lot of the time it's humid. If it's not humid, it's warm. If it's not like warm and humid, then it might be like a slightly cool day, but it's still like the weather is still never like cold. So I picked up the Bom Dia mules. These are, I think they might have changed the version on these. Like I read something about that people were saying that the sole was a bit hard. I'm not quite sure which ones I've gotten, if I've got the previous version or whatnot. Let me know, because I'm not like, you know, the biggest expert on LV. Like Louis Vuitton vintage, yes, but like new stuff, not so. But yeah, that's how they look. So let me know. It's kind of got like, I don't know if the sole feels hard. It feels firm, like definitely compared to like my Chanel dad sandals that I have, but they're the rubber ones. These feel pretty darn like firm. They do fit me. They are my true size, a size 36. So they run true to size. I was told by my personal shopper that they kind of run a little bit small, but I kind of go between a 35.5 and 36 anyway. Adjustable here. But yeah, let me know if you know these Bom Dia mules. Do I have the old version or the new version? I've got a bit of a like slight toe groove sort of thing, and then lipped here. So your toe kind of just goes into this lip. Like that, if you can sort of see. So we're gonna move on to Hermes before we get to the couple Chanel unboxings I have. I think I'm gonna be a bit quick in this Christmas reveal video. So Hermes, my husband bought these items for me. I picked them out and I had been wanting to get some of these pieces for quite a while. First one though is a repurchasey sort of thing for me. So this is, actually, you know what? Before I even like say what this is, can I just say how crappy the Christmas packaging is? That's what I wanted to say before, is that Chanel does such a great job, and so does Dior, and even Louis Vuitton, I think. I'm not sure about Louis Vuitton, actually. I've never really bought anything. Actually, no, I did buy something at Christmas time from Louis Vuitton and there was no wrapping. But at least they do like limited edition like gift bags, at least, you know, and they usually do box it and wrap it in like a nice different ribbon. But Hermes does nothing. Like, look at this. This is Christmas wrapping. This is not Christmas wrapping. This is not Christmassy at all. Like, it's just their normal ribbon on their products. Anyways, so yeah, this is kind of like a repurchase for me. I had before the Un Jardin Sur le Nil fragrance, but now I've opted for the Sur le Toit, and I like both of them anyway. So all my fragrances are pretty much being left back in Sydney. I don't really have anything. Like, I've only got my Chanel Lou No. 5 fragrance. That's all I have. Everything else, like the big bottles, were all left back in Sydney for my mum to have. So I'm doing some like repurchasing of fragrances. Okay, so the next item that I got from Hermes beauty line, like I said, these are all beauty products. I've been wanting to try their makeup items because all I've had is their lipstick, but now they've released powders and they have nail polish. So I wanted to give it a go because I have a massive makeup collection. I was like a huge makeup lover. I still am, but I just never get to use it. But, you know, I like to try new stuff, you know, so I wanted to give this a go. This is the highlight powder in Permabrass. And can I just say that this is beautiful, but it is a freaking expensive. Seriously, like, it is expensive. It was 160 bucks. Beautiful packaging though, but I don't know, man, like Chanel highlighters, the most I have ever paid for one is $110, and their packaging is really nice too. Sometimes they do like, you know, like different kind of like details on the compact, whereas this was 160. Like, holy crap, 160 bucks. Like, honestly, I didn't even realize how much it was, like, because my husband's like, yeah, pick out some stuff. So I picked out some stuff, and then I seen the receipt and I'm like, really? It was this much money? Oh my God. Like, I was shook, so shook. But that's how it looks like. It's a beautiful sort of goldy color. That's it on my finger. That's it there. It did swatch beautifully in store. I've got fair skin, so it does show up really nicely. Look at that. It's got like a nice shine to it. It looks natural. It doesn't look like it's a glitter bomb. It's got a good amount of pigment on it. If you've got like medium to dark skin, I think that it'll still work because it's golden. Like if it was, it's definitely a good tone where it will still work on medium to dark skin, but it's just going to be much more subtle, but it's not going to look ashy or anything like that as far as I can see, because it's got like a lot of warmth and gold in it. Whereas like if you've got very, very, very fair skin and you're on like that pinky side, this might actually look a bit too much on that kind of skin tone. So I do feel like the shade is relatively universal with some sort of limitation, but I think that they've done a pretty darn good job of the color choice. It's just the price tag is just a bit like, However, their powders are refillable, so there's this little thing at the back where you just pop it out and then you can refill them, change them over. And then the other ones, I was probably even more so blown away than the powder. But these babies, these are the Bloody Nail Polishes, and I couldn't believe it, the price on these. 70 bucks each. Chanel nail varnishes are $42. Dior is about the same price point as well. That's like almost $30 more expensive. So, oh wait, okay, 13 mil, 15 mil. 2 mil off, but seriously, like $70 to $42. Yeah, I just thought, wow, that's pretty darn expensive. I have heard some really good things about this nail varnish though. People have said that it's possibly better than Chanel nail varnish. So I'm hoping that it impresses me for 70 bucks a pop. I'm hoping that it's really good, but the problem is if it's really good, then I'll be tempted to buy more because I need my nail polishes to last a good solid 2 weeks on me because everything else chips. So this one is Rose Incarnate. It's like a kind of reminds me of like rose lipstick. Packaging's nice, that's for sure. Definitely beats Chanel because Chanel doesn't have an outer box and then another box. So the packaging, they've done a really good job. So it is really nice, like the packaging. But I mean, are you going to display them like that? You know, you're not really, are you? You're not going to leave them like this, are you? So it's kind of in a way just consumer waste, really. One is Rouge H, classic Hermes color, classic. This is an OG sort of color that Hermes has had for yonks. So this is not a nail polish color. This is the top coat. They recommended that I get the top coat because they said that really prolongs the life of the nails. That really prolongs the life of the nail polish, just like the Chanel top coat. I own that as well. But I thought, you know what, if I really want to test these products out and see how long they can last at their maximum peak, I'm going to go by their recommendation. I'm going to use the polish and I'm going to use the top coat. I want to see if I can get at least 2 weeks with the Hermes polish to be justifying that $70 price point, in my opinion. So while I'm putting this Hermes stuff away, I was thinking, so I get asked questions quite a lot if I'm going to, you know, try the Hermes game again, if I'm that sort of thing. Pretty much because I've moved, people have asked me. And then I know that I said in one of my videos before that I'm looking to go back to Hermes. And, you know, I think I was pretty loose in the way that I said that, and I left it open to interpretation. Some people have assumed that it means that I'm going to start shopping again in this new state, you know, to try and get a bag. I'm going to quickly just say no, that is not the case. But I am going to film, if you guys reckon that I should, or if you guys want to see it, I was going to film like a kind of like a video almost 1 year on from that experience that I had with mainly just the Hermes at Sydney. I don't know, what do you reckon? Do you guys want to see like a, you know, a video, 1 year on, that sort of thing, my thoughts on Hermes now, what I'm, you know, I don't know, yeah, really just essentially what my thoughts are, and maybe elaborate a bit more on when I said in that video that I wanted to kind of, you know, start adding back some Hermes bags, you know, so maybe I can elaborate a bit further what I kind of meant by that. Right, so next item that I picked up from Chanel for myself, Okay, so I'm filming this part of the video a bit later on, and pretty much it's the whole reason why this Christmas video has been uploaded pretty late, because obviously we're a couple weeks out from Christmas now. So I bought an item from Chanel, and pretty much it was me settling because I was told that the particular item I wanted wasn't coming to Australia, or they couldn't see that there was any stock coming. So I ended up buying this item. in, well, I pretty much bought it from a personal shopper, and changing out the original Chanel bag that I got. So I found that a new home, another lady wanted it, didn't make any profit on selling it, sold that bag, and I'll just put like, you know, the insert on the screen of me unboxing it. I sold that exactly for what I paid for it, and just plus the cost of shipping, because I'm, you know, most of the time with my items I pretty much just sell them for what I paid if they're brand new and they're a rare item, or a lot of the time for a loss. So I used that money to fund this item right here, and this is exactly the one that I really wanted. And yeah, so I'm thrilled that I got it, but I do have a bit of a case of like irony in terms of like what happened with this. But anyways, so I got this from a personal shopper that kind of sources items from Europe, and you probably already noticed that it's in a different box. This is actually the Chanel Rue Cambon white box that you get when you go to the flagship store in Paris. So it says 31 Rue Cambon, Paris, Chanel. So yeah, this is a very special box. And then it came with the Christmas wrapping, and then the camellia has fallen down there. There we go. So yeah, I love this camellia from this season. It's so beautiful. And the ribbon, so beautiful. I love this season's Christmas packaging. So yeah, I ended up getting this from Cute and Chic Life, personal shopper based on Instagram. I will leave her Instagram details on the screen and down below. She wrote me a little card as well, but that's just fallen down. So yes, got it from her personal shopper, and this is a very hot item. I mean, I get why it's hot, because I really love it. I really like this item. I got one before, and it was like back seasons ago, and it was defective, and I had to send it back, and the store didn't have a replacement for it, because they are pretty hard to come by. The stores don't usually get a lot of them. So I paid the premium for it, which I was okay with. In retrospect, it was cheaper than like everywhere else. Places were asking for like 4,900 Singapore dollars, or like 4,900 Australian dollars, depending on like, you know, who you were buying it from. So I feel like I did get it for a pretty good price, considering, you know, the typical price that it was kind of selling for. So I got for myself for Christmas I've unboxed it upside down. That would explain why the Chanel was upside down the whole time. Alright, so yeah, I got the Chanel vanity case. This is in the 22C pink, which is so beautiful. I love this pink. So beautiful. The personal shopper was amazing. She was really helpful. Shipped it to me by DHL, which gave me the peace of mind that it was going to arrive really quickly. Sent me a copy of the receipt as well, so I have the receipt from the Rue Cambon flagship store. So yeah, I was really happy with the service that I got with buying this, and I was still, you know, pretty thrilled with the pricing considering how much they were kind of selling for. The retail price on this in Australia is $3,570. So I paid almost $1,000 over retail, which I don't like to do when it comes to Chanel. I do not like to pay a premium for Chanel, because I feel like I'm okay to pay a little bit. No, I take that back. I'm okay to pay a little bit over the retail price, but usually my limit is about 800 Australian dollars, like 800 at the most. I know that there are lots of Chanel bags that sell for way more. 2 days later, 48 hours later, after I bought this cutie and it hadn't yet arrived, my sales associate in Australia posted a picture to me that she had this bag. However, which is why I kind of feel at peace with it. Like, I couldn't believe it, you know, that she had the bag. I was like, what the freak? You told me you weren't getting it. It was actually a shock to pretty much all the sales associates in Australia, because it wasn't just her that I got a notification from. But yeah, anyways, she had it, but I took 2 hours to see the message because I was having a rough night with my son. His final 2 teeth were coming through, and oh my God, it's been so tough at nighttime. And yeah, I was too late to see the message. 2 hours later, it was gone. So they don't hold, like, Chanel sales associates, unless it's like a wait list for it, then they may hold the item. But because there was no wait list for it, because they weren't expecting it, it was a case of fastest fingers first, and someone else was fastest fingers and got it. So in the end, it worked out the way it was supposed to, and I was supposed to just buy this, and it is what it is, you know. Deal with the fact that I paid a premium for it, but This cutie is something I remember when I got the first one in blue, and I was so disappointed that I had a defect, because it is really my kind of style of like go-to casual kind of bag. And I have never been really into the Chanel Wok. I've not been like much of a Wok fan, but pretty much this bag would be used in the way that someone would use the Chanel Wok. But let me just give you a quick rundown. So you've seen the bag, what it looks like. It's got no feet. That's what the inside looks like. That's the chain. The good thing about this one is that like the classic kind of like vanity bag, you can like adjust the chain strap. You can put like a little clip. Let me just get one clip. This is one of those little accessories that I do sell in my accessories store, my fashion store. I'll link it down below. Pretty much it's a classic clip that you can use with the Chanel Classic flap as well. And it means that you can make your chain strap adjustable, so you can do the same thing on your classic flap. This one's a little bit more tricky because the links are smaller than that of a classic flap, but basically all you got to do is try and get the thing through there. That's in one way, and then you kind of just thread it through on the other side. However much you want to kind of shorten it, you do the same. So this is pretty much to make this into like just a standard shoulder bag, so it's not a crossbody bag. Those, and then you just kind of close it up like that, and that's it. And then when you pull the chain through, it's now shorter, see, like that. So if you wanted it into like a shoulder bag rather than the crossbody bag, that's what you can do. But I do have some other items that I did get for Christmas that I forgot to show you in the original video, and then we'll, you know, jump back to the original video that I filmed. The first one is, oh, this is big. I finally got a Dyson hair wrap. Finally. This thing is heavy, it is expensive, but it is so luxurious and so worth the money. So you get like this heat mat, like quick instructions on how to curl your hair with the Dyson, but that is it. That is it. I actually got the Dyson Long. So I picked this out for my Christmas gift, and I got the long barrels. So you can actually now buy the Dyson long barrels. You don't have to buy them separately as an accessory. You can just get it in the complete set as the Dyson Airwrap Long. Then you got the Airwrap. Got this cylinder sort of brush, which replaces what you would do with like the cylinder brushes to do your own blow dry. It is just a one movement, so you're not having to use both your hands to bloody hold a brush and then the blow dryer. This is an absolute game changer. If you enjoy blow drying your hair, or you like to get your hair blow dried at the salon, then I would suggest getting the Dyson Airwrap, because it is going to save you a lot of money in the long run for the cost of like getting your hair blow dried at the hairdresser. I'll leave a link to the long Dyson Airwrap down below, because I feel like that's the better option to buy. But I'll also leave a link to the normal one. And if there's any coupon codes, I'll put it down below. So you got two brushes. That's these two. This, oh, it's got my hair in it, I think. This is like, it's a straightening brush for smoothing, but I don't really use this because I have thick hair that gets a bit knotty and matted. But if you just have normal hair, that brush will be fine for you. But personally, I prefer to use this one because I find that it kind of helps to defrizz my hair. That when I wash my hair, before, it would just take so long for my hair to dry, and when I would use a blow dryer, what would happen is that my hair would just go like, I would just look like I got electrocuted. Like, I just had frizz essential. If I want to curl my hair, I'll go and use these. So Dyson Airwrap, really worth it, whether or not, you know, you're gonna buy it for yourself or ask for it as a gift, whatever it may be. Another thing that I got that I picked out for myself for Christmas, I got this pretty much from my kids, I would say. I got it from my kids, and that's the GHD Max wide plate styler. So my old GHD broke. I kind of dropped it on the floor too many times, but it was like the OG one that I had since like probably 2016 or something, or even before that, maybe 2014. This is actually the wide plate, which is well and truly worth getting rather than the normal plate. Don't get the normal narrow plate. Don't bother. Get the wide plate because it saves you time. I've straightened my hair with this today, and it just ends up being much quicker using the wide plate. You can save yourself probably like about 5 to 10 minutes just by using the wide plate. There is one other thing that I got for Christmas. I actually got this from my best friend, who's pretty much, I'd say he's like my brother. I have known him since he was 4 years old and since I was 5 years old. It's actually like a metal, like it's a metal like pitcher. Where is it from? Displate. Yeah, it's from Displate. I don't know where I'm going to put this though in my room. I have no idea. I haven't quite figured out completely what like I'm doing with my room, where things are going. I still have to change the floors, change the wardrobes. I don't even know with the wardrobes if I'm going to do mirrored wardrobes or if I'm going to do like just change them to like a more of a white. I have no idea. But yeah, so I don't know where this is going yet, but the gesture and the thought I thought was really cool because yeah, that's me to a T. But yeah, those are the other items that I got for Christmas. Let's move on to the items that I already filmed and revealed. I think I've taken a bit longer than I thought with this video, so I'm gonna do this quickly. This is the item that I was like, you know what, I want to get it, and we hunted it down with a personal shopper called Fashion Luxury Lover or Fashion Lover Luxury, something like that. I'll put her Instagram on the screen. She is a personal shopper based in Europe and also London. And yeah, I really wanted this bag for so long, but nothing wrong like with the bag per se. It's me and something that happened to me that made me kind of question now whether or not I'm keeping this. And that's why I ummed and ahed about revealing it. But I thought, you know, I'm going to reveal it anyway because it was something that I picked out and my heart was so set on, and I'm just disappointed because of something that happened to another bag of mine that made me go, you know what, I was wrong. I need to eat my words. I was totally wrong. But yeah, let me just get it out. And you're gonna see this and you're gonna go, wow, this is so beautiful. Like, why are you thinking that you don't want to keep it? Because truly, I even questioned, like, why am I thinking I don't want to keep it? But the logical side of me, and even talking to some friends, say maybe it's not best for me. But yeah, that's it. What a Debbie Downer, right? Like the way that I've done that unboxing. But the Perfect Mini in green, this was the rarest color that you could get. I paid over the retail price for it, but I didn't pay as much as most people have paid for this color. I paid a very good deal. I paid low sevens for it, low 7,000. A lot of people have been paying over $8,000, $9,000 for this particular color because it's the most sought after one. But the reason that I don't know if I'm gonna keep this anymore, and obviously my husband, you know, he's not a bag enthusiast. He trusts my judgment. If I'm saying that maybe it's not the best for me, he's like, you do whatever you need to do, you know, whatever you want to do, that's fine. I know that, you know what you're doing. I don't know what I'm doing. My Coco handle. So this is the whole root cause of why I now question keeping the green Perfect Mini flap. Is that my Coco handle, I have used it 6 times, and I thought, and this is me, I need to eat my own words, I stuffed up. I thought that with Caviar Iridescence, I thought that what they would do, because I know that this is a heat press green, right? I thought that they would put the color into the leather and then do the heat press green after it. That's what I kind of thought. But I don't know why I thought that, because even Hermes Epson is a heat press grain and they just put the color on top. I don't know why I thought that. And that was just silly of me. That was just my naivety. Maybe I was just talking myself into it and not really thinking about the pros and cons of owning a Caviar iridescent bag. So basically, I have discovered that Caviar, only Caviar, because of the iridescence, it sits on top of the bag. And what can happen is wear and tear of the iridescence will happen sooner than what it will on normal colors, because it is really just like a coat of iridescence. And yeah, so basically my Coco handle has some very minor corner damage. If you see it there, just that little bit there. I'll put some up close pictures because it's a bit hard to kind of focus on the camera. And it does have a bit of corner damage over here, but again, a bit hard to see on the camera. I'll just put some up close pictures. It's pretty much, there's corner damage in about 3 spots. The worst one being there, and then the worst one kind of being like at the back of the bag. So that put me off because I've only used the bag 6 times, and I feel like for 6 times, it shouldn't have corner wear already, but it turns out that Caviar iridescent bags are pretty notorious for it if you don't baby them. And with my Chanel, I don't baby them because I buy my Chanel to use them. I find them very practical with my kids. They're crossbody, they're light, and they're not as expensive as Hermes, let's just be frank. And that's why I really love using the Chanel bags, because I just can be a bit more like carefree with them. So when I found that, you know, this bag has had wear and tear so soon, it was a complete letdown, because now I'm like, well, am I the right candidate for caviar iridescence? Maybe I'm not, because I got 2 kids, you know, I don't really have time to baby my bags. I sling my bag on, chuck my kids in the car, you know, drive around, run errands. And when I get home, sometimes, you know, I'll put my bag down, my son will come in, he'll play with my bag, you know, and he'll touch it, and my bags will fall off the shelf because my kids will be in here, and I'll put my bag on the kitchen table, it fall down, whatever. I can't baby my bags. I'll even be a passenger in the seat, and I'll put my bag on the floor, because if I put it on my lap and I'm holding a Starbucks, I'm probably gonna pour Starbucks on my bag. So, and because I'm super clumsy as well. So I just kind of feel like maybe I'm just not the right candidate for caviar iridescence. I have, however, been reassured, and thank goodness, that, see my mini flat back there? So obviously, you know, my perfect mini is caviar iridescence, and yeah, we don't want to go there. Let's not talk about that. My lambskin iridescence, I have been told that calf skin, lambskin, goat skin, patent leather are far better candidates for iridescence, because it really soaks into the actual leather, because it's not like, you know, like a laminated surface. It's not laminated, but it feels plasticky. So it kind of just sits on top, like a bit of like a surface layer. Whereas like on these kind of leathers, it really kind of gets into the leather and soaks in and gets a good adhesion to it. So I've been told that I shouldn't have to worry too much about corner wear on this so soon. It'll take a while of using it and abusing it to show like signs of use. And they said that like quite a few people that, you know, I have spoken to that have been buying Chanel for longer than me, and I rely on their advice because I haven't been buying Chanel for as long as them. I used to buy vintage Chanel, like black Chanel, never these kind of things. I've never owned a caviar iridescence bag before. So yeah, they kind of reassured me that it should be fine, because it just sits better on calfskin leather. It sits better on lambskin leather. So even if I get a bit of wear and tear, I won't get that darkening, like that, like where it looks like raw leather underneath. This looks like raw leather. They reckon that if I get wear and tear on this, it won't look like an exposed raw leather, and I could live with it better. So yeah, that kind of gives me a bit more peace of mind. However, I'm definitely going to keep more of an eye on this, you know. I do feel confident, given that it was quite a handful of people, like many people that said to me that I shouldn't have to worry when it comes to calfskin, goat skin, lambskin, patent. They're all the better options. I know someone that had a iridescent calfskin bag from 2013 that still looked new, so that was very reassuring. I want to enjoy my bags. I don't want to just be like babying them. I feel like I'm okay to kind of like, you know, be more precious with the Hermes bags, because they're like investments, really. I use them and I enjoy them, but they're also like investment bags. So, and the other thing is that the Hermes After Spa is fabulous. Whereas like Chanel, I've heard that they can't even do certain repairs. So I'm just like, while it's like new, maybe it should find a new home. Maybe someone else should look after this bag and have the opportunity to enjoy it and baby it probably. Whereas I just can't. I can't do it. So yeah, that's, yeah, a bit disappointing. I'm not the kind of person that buys Chanel to just have them sit on the shelf. Like, I'm alright to do that with Hermes bags, you know, but Chanel, I like to use them and enjoy them. But I also don't want to have them looking like absolute beaten down crap after only like 6 uses, or like I don't want them looking like they're starting to turn to crap after 6 uses. Like, I want to be able to use them more than 6 times, like I have my other bags, and they still look fine, you know? Like, obviously they get broken in, but they still look generally fine, you know what I mean? Like, you get what I'm kind of saying? Like, look at this, the corner wear is like non-existent. There's no corner wear. I did get color transfer, and it's been cleaned and corrected. But yeah, no corner wear. The other thing is at the top of the handle, I managed to scuff it as well. It's not a mark, it's actually scuffed caviar. Like, just on the top handle, there's like a darkened mark where it's kind of like exposed, like ripped off the leather. Like, I don't know, it's just ripped off a bit of the coating. I don't see myself buying a caviar iridescent bag again for a while. The only exception might be if I'm buying something pre-loved for a very, 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 very good deal. And at least then, if I'm sending it to a spa and I'm losing some of the iridescence when it gets touched up, I'm not going to be devastated because I didn't pay the full retail price for it, or I didn't pay above retail. Like, I've paid above retail for this. So that's what's more annoying. Hopefully this is a bit of like my learning experience helps you guys. You know, it's over $6,200 this bag, $6,200, like seriously. And this bag cost me over $7,000. So, you know, like, it's too expensive. You know, it's just too much money to just be like, not able to enjoy it, and then know that, you know, sparring it might Sparring it now would be fine, but then in the future, if it just keeps on happening, you know, with my kind of way of using it, it's just not going to work out for me. But yeah, that's it. I hope you, like I said, I hope you had a great New Year's, and I'll see you guys in my next video.